Okay, here we go. This is March 18th. It's probably around 4:30. So I'm just doing a video update and to let everybody just see some of the things that I've gotten and what I'm doing. So anyway, before I get started, I just wanted to point out that in my last video, because this box is full of Williams 3/4 inch drive sockets, and this is an old Harbor Freight box, and I saved this box, and I was able to get all of the 3/4 inch drive sockets. So just wanted to point that out in case anybody leaves a comment, because they said, hey, wait a minute, that's a Pittsburgh box. Yes, it is a Pittsburgh box. But speaking of Pittsburgh and Harbor Freight and all that, I did pick up this magnetic glove holder, so that way I can put my gloves in there. But I do want to show you just a few things that I did pick up from the pawn shop, and this is all in the last week. And I'll start with this. I picked up this set of standard Matco universal impacts. I got this set right here, and then this set of 3/8 drive metric Matco impacts, and I bought both of these right here from the pawn shop, and also this Craftsman impact wrench, because I had mentioned to you that I wanted to get something that was a little bit more durable and better than this old Harbor Freight Professional Series one that I was using. Now keep in mind, that now they make the Hurricane brand, and the reviews that I've read, people just, they just say that they're phenomenal. But myself, I've never used them, so I don't know. I don't know anyone who has, but from what I've heard, they're pretty fantastic. But I'm grateful to get this Craftsman one. So hopefully, it holds up. But while I was at the pawn shop, I got the Matco universals here. I got the deep wall and the mid length, because it goes all the way down to mid length metric set 3/8 drive. As I said, I got this ratchet here, and the owner of the pawn shop gave me this snap-on reducer right here. So from 1/2 inch, it's really hard to see, but that is a snap-on. There you go, now you can see it. But he gave me that impact reducer, which I thought was actually really kind of cool. So he threw that in, and also these snap-on bit drivers right here. This is one snap-on here, and then this is a vintage one. You can tell by the way that it's inscribed. It's an older model one. So I got a flattened Phillips one, both 3/8 drive. He threw those in, which was fantastic, and I was able also, trying to look, oh, it's right here, to show you this, because I picked up, and this is all on the same day, this is all last week. I picked up this Chap and Die Set from Mac. It's a complete set, and everything is there. So I was able to get rid of a lot of the loose extra taps and dies that I had that were just scattered in here, because I did have a real smaller set. So I was able to pass that on to a friend of mine who had absolutely no tap and dies. So that was a blessing for him. It was awesome for me. And then one of the things that I also picked up was this Blue Point flaring toolkit, and even the paperwork is still in the box. So this is pretty fantastic. So I was able to clean up this drawer, as you can see also, because on my last video, this drawer right here was just a little rough looking, so that cleans that drawer up. And as I mentioned, I'm kind of meticulous. I like things to be organized, and especially where I can find them. And when I was down at the pawn shop, he had this 7.2 volt bit driver, and it comes with 2 batteries. There's the other battery, there's the charger, and this thing is fantastic because I actually took this with me today to the wrecking yard because I was looking for some parts for my truck and 2 of my friends' trucks also. So I was able to take that with me. I actually still have the stamp on my hand, you know, from going to the wrecking yard, but this is kind of a neat find, and that thing works great. And also, I picked up this, and this 3/8 drive cordless impact is just phenomenal. I mean, this thing is amazing, and it just really makes you wonder how you did things before without them, you know, and the power that this thing has is just crazy, you know. And this is a 14.2 volt or 4 volt. It comes with 2 batteries, as you can see, and the charger in the case and all the paperwork and everything. So I picked up that also, and that was a good find. And the other thing is, and you've seen most of this other stuff, some of it was in other drawers, and I ended up having to shift some things around to make some stuff fit. But I picked up this KD wheel nut set. This is a Spindle Nut Kit, that's what it's technically called. But this is for Ford pickups. And so I picked this up right here. And these are just great to have. And as you can imagine, I have to have this. You know, I have a Ford F350 Power Stroke diesel truck, and you know, I've had to tear down the, you know, hub assembly and stuff like that. Not only on my truck, but even, you know, friends of mine's pickups. I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I helped a friend of mine do his like 89 Bronco, and I mean, that was a job. But you know what? I mean, it helped him out. He saved some money for sure. And also, the guy at the pawn shop gave me this Mac flat screwdriver right here. So that's pretty awesome. So those are the tools right there that I was able to get and pick up from the pawn shop. So, you know, everything together, I spent $100, and I was able to get everything for $100, and that includes the impact sockets that I mentioned, you know, the Craftsman 3/8 drive impact wrench, the spindle kit, the 3/8 drive cordless impact, the cordless snap-on bit driver. That was the Chap and Die Set that I picked up also from Mac, and also the Blue Point flaring toolkit. Like I said, it included the 2 snap-on bits back there, and the Mac screwdriver, and last but not least, the 1/2 inch to 3/8 impact reducer. So all of that was $100. So I wanted to share with you guys, these are the newest tools that I've picked up so far. They are all used, but you know what? They're still in great shape, and they're new to me, and that's fantastic. One other thing that I wanted to do also, oh yeah, also, forgot. Also, this 1/2 inch drive, 12 point Craftsman set of sockets, he threw that in also. And these are the USA made. And so this right here, you know, is an awesome set, you know. I mean, you can't go wrong. So, but I wanted to mention this too because what I decided to do was I decided to take all of my ratchets that were all crammed before in this drawer, and they were all on top of each other, and I moved them into this bigger drawer because I had a black Craftsman case that was similar to this. If you remember in my longer video that was full of wrenches, But I took that out and I gave it to a friend of mine that actually needed some wrenches, and those were a set of wrenches that were extra, and I had mentioned in my video that they were brand new. I had bought them at a yard sale for 20 bucks, never used them, and so I passed them on to a friend of mine that definitely needed some good wrenches, and upon doing that, it freed up this drawer right here. So I took all of my ratchets and you know, my speeders and laid them out, and you know, that way they're at least a little bit more organized and more quickly accessible. And one of the things also is that I was able to pick up this Mac 3/8 drive torque wrench case. Someone had left in a comment in my comments that I needed to put my torque wrenches in a case, which is true, you know. So I was able to pick up this Mac torque wrench case right here, and thanks for the comment. And I'm still looking for the 1/2 drive Mac case for this. I may have to just break down and either go on Mac's website or track down the Mac dealer. I see him every once in a while driving around, and I may just have to break down and order that case, because I do need a case for that torque wrench. And anyway, just wanted to share that with you. So that's really about it right now. So this is just a quick little video of my toolboxes and some of the newer tools that I have. And upon that note, you know, these are my air compressors that I use. There's a dual tank Hitachi there. I use that whenever I'm doing roofing, and I'm not a roofer. I used to roof before. I still do it every once in a while. You know, that's why I have, in this case over here, you know, my roofing guns, and there's actually 2 of them in there, and all of my roofing stuff. And you know, that's what this big black case is right here. It's just full of all my tools for roofing, and I do that every once in a while. And you know, I got roofing nails and everything. So that's what the Hitachi's for. The bigger tank obviously is for the mechanics air tools if I need them. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.